Behind the heavy, gilded doors of the palace, a desperate gamble is unfolding, and the future of the crown hangs on a single silent contract. A disgraced insider, pushed to the absolute financial brink, has cornered the monarch, forcing him into a multi-million-dollar dilemma to bury decades of forbidden secrets forever. But as the king prepares to submit to these staggering demands, his own heir is reportedly furious, ready to trigger an internal war to stop this lifetime payout. To truly understand how this explosive standoff could completely reshape the monarchy, you'll want to stay with us until the very end, where we reveal the final high-stakes ultimatum currently playing out behind closed doors. And if you love diving deep into the hidden layers of the world's most powerful families, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We'd love to have you along for the journey. The fragile peace inside the royal palace has officially shattered, and the battle lines are drawn over what is being called a high-stakes financial shakedown. Sarah Ferguson is reportedly holding a match over the family's most guarded secrets, dangling a potential explosive tell-all book deal worth millions. Insiders say she is financially desperate, backed into a corner, and weighing massive offers for a television documentary or a seat across from Oprah Winfrey. Facing the threat of catastrophic public disclosures, King Charles is quietly considering a permanent pension deal to buy her absolute silence. But this desperate damage control strategy has completely backfired within his own walls. What makes this standoff so terrifying for the crown aren't just the old familiar headlines, but the deeply unsettling specific details Sarah Ferguson actually knows. Rumors indicate her potential tell-all goes far beyond her own financial mishaps, threatening to unmask the hidden realities of her ex-husband Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's private affairs and his ties to a disgraced elite circle. Reports suggest she possesses private correspondence, diaries, and first-hand accounts of what senior royals actually knew and exactly when they knew it during the height of the family's darkest modern crisis. Even more explosive are claims from recent investigative updates suggesting she holds decades' worth of intimate behind-the-scenes palace conversations regarding King Charles himself, Queen Camilla, and the internal operations of the monarchy. For a crown trying to rebuild its public image, the release of these raw, unvetted disclosures would cause permanent, irreversible damage. This is precisely why Prince William is reportedly raging behind closed doors, viewing the entire arrangement as a dangerous surrender. Reports suggest the future king and Kate Middleton are absolutely fuming that the monarch is even negotiating under pressure. William firmly believes that rewarding harmful behavior only invites more trouble down the road, setting a precedent that could haunt the family for generations. He has spent years pushing for a strict, uncompromising stance against family scandals, yet his father seems ready to repeat the exact same mistakes. The tension between the king and his heir has reached a boiling point, with the monarch digging his heels in and refusing to be managed by his son. But the true scale of William's fury goes much deeper than a simple family disagreement, because this isn't the first time a massive fortune has disappeared from the royal vault to make a nightmare go away. Behind closed doors, the royal vault has reportedly opened in secret before, and the staggering sums of money used to bury past controversies are finally coming to light. Rumors indicate that King Charles has a history of deploying massive financial cushions to manage family legal disasters quietly. Reports suggest that the monarch privately contributed a stunning £1.5 million to help cover Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's multi-million-dollar out-of-court settlement back in 2022. That astronomical payout successfully halted a devastating civil lawsuit in the United States, keeping the family's darkest allegations completely out of a public courtroom. But the trail of secret agreements doesn't end with a single check. Insiders say another complex backroom deal was quietly struck to manage the fallout surrounding the family's properties. It is claimed that King Charles promised to fully look after the financial futures and living arrangements of Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. The price for this lifetime security? It was allegedly the exact leverage needed to get their disgraced father to pack his bags and finally vacate the high-profile royal lodge. Every single one of these hidden transactions was engineered to protect the institution from permanent damage. Yet, according to sources, this exact history of quiet compliance is precisely what has Prince William completely cutting ties with his father's strategy. The future king views these recurring million-dollar interventions as an endless cycle of rewarding liabilities. And right now, as Sarah Ferguson steps into the frame with her own financial ultimatums, the family is realizing that their history of buying silence may have just painted a massive target on the palace gates. The chaotic pattern of excessive spending that brought her to this desperate edge is a story of absolute financial freefall. To truly understand why the palace is in a state of absolute panic, you have to look at the staggering financial destruction that brought Sarah Ferguson to this edge. Known for decades by the tabloid media as the Duchess of Excess, her history with money is less of a struggle and more of an absolute financial freefall. Reports suggest her uncontrollable spending habits left her juggling over 200 separate creditors at one point, completely wiping out her personal wealth. Sources claim she previously accumulated an unbelievable £51,000 bill at upmarket retailer Selfridges alone, using personal shopping services with zero regard for the final balance. But the sheer wastefulness behind closed doors allegedly borders on the surreal. According to leaked accounts from former palace staff, she would routinely demand a massive medieval-style banquet layout every single night, including a whole side of beef, a leg of lamb, and a chicken. Insiders say this lavish spread would sit entirely untouched while she munched on potato chips, only to be thrown directly into the trash the following morning. It is claimed she also thought nothing of keeping a personal trainer on permanent standby for £65,000 a year, only to use their services twice over a 12-month period. She would regularly miss non-refundable flights, reportedly showing up at airports with 25 separate cases and paying up to £4,000 in excess baggage fees just to transport toiletries and clothes hangers. The lifestyle was entirely unsustainable, and when the luxury invites and free hotel stays finally dried up, the financial reality hit hard. Rumors indicate she has been residing in a luxury alpine ski resort chalet costing a staggering £2,000 a night, an extreme expense that is reportedly being funded entirely by her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, because her own net worth has completely cratered. Sarah Ferguson herself has openly admitted to a compulsive need to spend to fill emotional voids, confessing that during her worst periods, she was completely unstable. But this psychological addiction to the high life didn't just ruin her credit, it forced her to look for money in the absolute darkest corners of high society. And the hidden financial trail she left behind connects directly to the most toxic scandal the modern monarchy has ever faced. A shadowy, unwritten pact is quietly forming behind the scenes, and the exact terms of King Charles's alleged payout are designed to permanently lock down the family's darkest secrets. Sources claim that the monarch is actively preparing a massive, multi-million-dollar financial cushion to stop Sarah Ferguson from ever speaking out again. Insiders say this arrangement is being framed as a permanent lifetime pension, specifically engineered to prevent her from accepting highly lucrative tell-all book deals or taking a seat across from global television hosts. The king is reportedly arguing that a hardline, aggressive stance could backfire completely, making it far smarter to manage her mounting financial desperation quietly before things spiral out of control. But this isn't just a standard retirement fund, it is a highly restrictive, legally binding contract. According to sources, any financial support offered by the king comes attached to ironclad, non-negotiable confidentiality agreements. To ensure total compliance, the proposed arrangement allegedly includes strict financial clawback clauses, meaning if even a single unauthorized detail leaks to the press, the entire funding stream vanishes instantly. Reports suggest that King Charles believes this quiet settlement is the only logical way to defuse a ticking public relations nightmare. Yet, this secretive damage control plan has created a deep, permanent rift at the absolute highest level of the family. While the king believes he is buying safety and protecting the crown's future, his own heir sees it as a catastrophic act of weakness that exposes the monarchy to endless pressure. This bitter internal war is about to push a fragile family dynamic right over the edge, forcing a final high-stakes confrontation that could forever change who holds the real power behind the throne. The ultimate standoff for the future of the monarchy has officially begun, and the final choices made behind closed doors will either save the institution or permanently fracture it. Sarah Ferguson is reportedly standing at a critical crossroads, portrayed by those close to her as incredibly fragile but holding all the leverage. Sources claim she is deeply ashamed of the past, yet her catastrophic debts mean she has almost nothing left to lose. If King Charles pushes too hard, the entire world could watch the family's most guarded secrets spill out on global television. But if he signs the check, he faces an entirely different type of disaster right inside his own home. Prince William is reportedly refusing to back down, viewing any secret payment as a complete surrender that compromises the integrity of the crown. Insiders say the future king is prepared to let the chips fall where they may, believing a public battle is far better than funding a lifetime of silence. This leaves King Charles trapped in a lose-lose scenario, forced to decide whether to risk an explosive public disclosure or face a permanent bitter rift with his own heir. Every option on the table carries a massive price tag, and the clock is rapidly ticking for everyone involved. Will the king's desperate damage control strategy buy the silence he so deeply craves, or has the palace just given a green light to an endless cycle of pressure? The final verdict won't just decide a financial payout, it will ultimately rewrite the rules of survival for the modern crown. Now, the real question is for you. Do you think King Charles should pay the millions to secure total silence, or should he side with Prince William and let the chips fall where they may? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on the hidden stories, dark histories, and high-stakes drama surrounding the world's most powerful families, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're incredibly glad to have you here, and we can't wait to see you in our very next video.